Okay, Coach, you guys are coming off a 1-1 weekend against Central Connecticut and Bryant. You guys had a pretty balanced win against Bryant, but then had a tough, especially struggled shooting against Central Connecticut. Can you just talk about your thoughts overall about the weekend?
Yeah, I thought in the Bryant game, I thought we really shared the ball well. We had 19 assists on 31 field goals in that game, and we had 2 guys in double figures, but 4 guys who had 9, 2 other guys who had 7. And I thought we really shared it and played unselfishly. And then I thought in the Central game, Central obviously kind of picked their pressure up a little bit. They were very physical with our guards. Velton and Cron Williams didn't have their best shooting nights. And some credit goes to Central, but some credit has to go to us. We got to do a better job of getting those guys either some cleaner looks or diversifying our offense a little bit, maybe getting the ball into Elijah and Mike a little more, maybe utilizing Russell on the post a little bit, just to kind of soften some of the pressure that our perimeter guys are receiving. And so, we've worked on it on a couple of days. We've talked about it as we watched the film from Central, talked about trying to learn and grow from the road situation that we were in. I mean, it's very hard to win road conference games, especially against good teams. And so it was a great learning experience for our guys, and it's something hopefully we can grow from, and the next time we find ourselves in a similar situation, handle it better than we did.
You touched a little bit about how unselfish your guys were in the Bryant game. It seems like it's been that way for all year, or guys haven't had a whole lot of games where people have just been standing out, scoring big numbers. There have been a couple games here and there, but for the most part, you guys have been a pretty unselfish team. What do you think that says about your team?
I think we have pretty good chemistry on our team, and I think that we have a variety of guys that can make plays and make shots. And so I think that makes you a difficult offense to defend. I think that it makes you a difficult team to scout when you have, a handful of guys that can go out and get 10, 12, 14 points on any given night. And I think that's when teams are at their best, when they have multiple weapons and they have different guys making plays. And so, I like that about our team. And I think it's something we're still fully growing into with, Mike joining the team in December and then Elijah being out for a couple weeks and now being back. I still think we're kind of redefining some of our offensive roles a little bit and kind of where the ball needs to go. But I think the biggest indicator of where the ball needs to go sometimes is what the defense is doing. And I think I have confidence in, whether it's if they're trying to take away our inside play, allowing our perimeter guys to kind of take more shots. If they're trying to take away our perimeter play, maybe trying to get it inside and soften the defense a little more. And I think we got to do as good a job as we've done in certain situations of reading and taking what the defense gives us.
And then lastly, you guys have Sacred Heart and Quinnipiac coming up this week. Can you just talk about those teams and what you guys have to do to bounce back, to get back in the win column and make sure you get 2 wins in the big conference games?
Well, I think any team that's going to try and compete for a league championship's really got to defend their home court. I think we looked at the last 10 years of Northeast Conference champions, and on average they lose one maybe 2 games a year at home. And so we know we have to defend our home court. We know that Quinnipiac and Sacred Heart are going to present incredible challenges. Quinnipiac is second in the country in rebounding, first in the country in offensive rebounding. Sacred Heart traditionally, and this year included, has been one of the highest scoring teams in our league. They have multiple guys that can go and make numerous threes, and so we really got to be on our best game, and we got to play together, and we got to do the things we've done to be successful so far this season. And maybe even turn our focus up and our urgency up a little bit more, because these games mean a little bit more than some of the non-conference games we've played.
Great. Thanks, Coach.
No